Is your final property assessment based on market value? Imagine opening your property tax notice and wondering how they came up with that number. Well, your final property assessment plays a big role in that. Let's break down what it really means. Your property assessment is the government's estimate of what your property is worth for tax purposes. It is usually based on the market value, which is what a buyer would pay in an open sale today. But it's not always a perfect match. When a property is sold, the assessor looks at the sale price, which is often called the purchase price or acquisition value. If the sale price is very different from what the assessor thinks the property is worth, they are legally required to set the assessed value at the actual market value. Assessors don't update their values every day. Usually they do assessments periodically, like once every 1 or 2 years. Sometimes they do it annually. This means the assessed value might not reflect rapid changes in the market right away. If property prices go up quickly, your assessment might lag behind. Conversely, if prices fall, your assessed value might stay high for a while. Assessments are designed to keep municipal revenues steady. They tend to change gradually, often by a small percentage each year, like 2% or the rate of inflation. This helps local governments avoid big swings in property taxes. The assessed value is then multiplied by a tax rate, called a mill rate, to figure out your property tax bill. Because the assessed value might not match the current market price exactly, your actual tax rate as a percentage of the market value can vary. Sometimes, jurisdictions estimate a fair market value by dividing the total assessed value of all properties by an average assessment ratio. This helps distribute shared taxes but doesn't directly determine your individual bill. So, to answer the question, your final property assessment is based on market value at certain points, especially after a sale. But it's adjusted and limited by local rules to keep things stable. It's a government figure used specifically for tax purposes, and it might not always match what your property is worth today. When you review your assessment notice, keep this in mind. It's a helpful way to understand how your property taxes are calculated and why they might differ from current market prices.